Yesterday, the Pi Network made the announcement, and for me, it had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the community or the Pi coin. If you care about the state of your Pi and you actually want a voice that can, represent what you're thinking or how you're feeling, then stick around and watch this video, because the pioneers have got a lot of issues that the core team is not addressing. And when I mean I'm not addressing, they're not even addressing it as fast as they should. My opinion is that before they actually come up with this kind of announcement, what they would have done or simply done is tackle the issues or the challenges that the pioneers are having. And there are a couple of them. We have the pending KYC, we have tentative KYC. They're also looking at the unverified balance, which to so many people is one of the most important things so far. Since Pi Network launched in February 20th, up till now, this is 4 months, and we're still yet to understand what sort of portion or what sort of allocation that we've gotten. And it's sounding like it's now an airdrop rather than a commitment or an investment, time invested by pioneers over a long period of time, 6 years. So many people actually joined this project from the first year it commenced. So those people have been on this stage for 6 years. So many other people joined 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. But regardless of when anybody joined, the community is trying to communicate with CT, and the CT is not listening to the community, which is a bad sign. Hours before the announcement, I posted this video.
Are you ready for the big announcement on the 14th? This announcement will either break Pi or make millionaires.
And what I meant there was simple. It's either the announcement will break Pi or the announcement will make a lot of people millionaires. Now, right? Breaking Pi is this. The price, if you notice at the exchanges, the price was going up at a certain time. The reason the price pumped up that much above $1 is simply because everybody was anticipating that the announcement was going to be positive. The announcement was going to be something that the community would directly benefit from immediately. But it didn't happen that way. When the price started consolidating at a certain area, I immediately, sent out a post on X and said, the consolidation is because everybody's waiting for a positive result. And if this announcement turns out not to be positive as the community is thinking, this price is going to plummet. And we're going to hit 0.9 very fast. Check out my X account, you find out that I said it there. And guess what? Immediately the announcement was made. Less than 3 minutes from when the announcement was released, the price went down. It went down so fast that you couldn't even remember that it went up at all. The announcement probably made sense to a lot of people, but my opinion is that the announcement wasn't ripe. This wasn't the perfect time to stick in this kind of announcement, because we don't need this at this moment. What the pioneers actually need is for CT to, first of all, break their silence, stop keeping quiet with the community too long. They need to understand what is going out there. They need to understand how the project is moving, and they also need to know that the city listens to them. The second thing on the agenda that the city needs to actually address is the KYC frustration. Pioneers are frustrated about KYC. You have tied a lot of things to KYC. KYC is tied to how you can migrate your PiCoin to the open mainnet, how you can actually transact, how you can transfer or do anything with the PiCoin when it is migrated. What pioneers are actually saying is, could you please allow us do our KYC? Many people in different regions are yet to do their KYC. A lot of people are even yet to get the opportunity to submit an application for KYC. Pioneers are not being communicated to. The city is keeping quiet. There's no proper explanation to pioneers why this is taking long. A lot of people have the opinion that if the founders of Pi Network could actually sit down to develop blockchain, I see no reason why it is very difficult for them to develop a software or an app that could actually do KYC easily. There is even a pattern that they can adopt to carry out this KYC, which exchanges adopt it. You register on the platform, you immediately do a tier 1 KYC, which allows you to roam around within the platform. Now, when you want to do a bigger transaction, you are prompted to do a tier 2 KYC, which now allows you submit more documents, verify yourself better than initially verified when you initially registered. Then when you proceed again to do a higher transaction, you are allowed again or prompted to do a tier 3 KYC. This is my opinion, and I think I speak for a lot of people out there. The core team would have just simply done a tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 KYC process. When you break it down that way, you find that you onboard more people. A lot of people will trust the process better than they do now, and they will understand the process better than they do now. So that gives you leverage to understand how the community feels, what they are thinking about, and that's just KYC. Why still on KYC? Let's talk about tentative KYC. There are so many pioneers who have completed a KYC, submitted, did a liveliness check, and all of a sudden they started getting messages to do the liveliness check all over again. And they were brought back to tentative KYC, which many pioneers don't understand the reason. They don't even understand why are they in tentative KYC. The people who did KYC and was taken straight to tentative KYC and the people who have done KYC before and now brought back to tentative KYC, they're asking one simple question. What is tentative KYC? How do we resolve this issue of tentative KYC? Will tentative KYC affect me when I proceed further? Will tentative KYC allow me get my allocation? Will tentative KYC be a hindrance for me to move forward in this project? These are questions pioneers need answers to. KYC is one of the benchmark that is causing challenges, throwing challenges in the works. A lot of people need to understand where they stand with KYC, what's going on with KYC, how to resolve tentative KYC, how to get applications from KYC. The function that is on the app where you can send invites or send reminders to your team members to do their KYC. It shouldn't be sending a reminder. It should be sending a KYC application to those that have not completed their KYC or those that have not done KYC at all, so that when you send that, they could actually click and complete their KYC. That's my opinion on KYC.